very few people know about the mysterious and highly suspicious goings-on around the important bustling town of Boorga in New South Wales, Australia. Many people have questioned the government's intentions and suspicious activities in the area. Boorga is located in central New South Wales, close to the Murrumbidgee River. At first, it appears to be just an ordinary village. However, this town has strong connections to such other vital areas of Australia as the secret nuclear facility at Ned's Corner, the government-controlled Portland, and the nuclear waste dump at Lake Victoria in the state's far west. The connections are indisputable, provided that you know where to look. We start here by taking a look at this picture. As you can see, Boorga is clearly linked to Patchawalloch and the A1 bakery in Melbourne. By connecting the centres of each of these settlements, we find that they produce a triangle, an integral part of the Masonic symbol and the Jewish Star of David, thus connecting it to the New World Order. There are other important places in southern Australia that are linked to Boorga. As you can see here, if we connect these places together, we find that they produce a creature. This could be a reptilian, one of the semi-human creatures slowly taking over the world, but the most likely explanation is that it is a radioactive dead sheep. Why? Because the Martin Washpool Conservation Park in the Coorong in South Australia has been discovered to contain dead sheep with unusually high radiation levels. This is indisputably connected to Lake Victoria, where a secret nuclear reactor is known to be located. But more of that later. An expert is Professor of Awesome John Citizen of the Whoop Whoop Institute of TAFE. We asked him if he believed in this theory.
No.
Compelling stuff. These dead sheep discovered in the Martin Washpool Conservation Park were found by our team of dedicated experts to have originated from Lake Victoria. On further investigation, we found some disturbing and compelling evidence. When Frederick Valentich mysteriously disappeared in 1978 over the Bass Strait south of Melbourne, he reported to the air traffic control at Melbourne Airport that he was being followed by a mysterious long-shaped flying object. Many believe that this was a UFO attack or abduction, or that the Air Force was testing a new weapon in the area. From our previous diagram, we find that Wilson's Promontory, the southernmost point in mainland Australia, lines up perfectly with Boorga and Lake Victoria. Wilson's Promontory just happens to be situated in the Bass Strait. The most compelling connection of all is this diagram, which connects three key Bass Strait islands together and produces a triangle. Again, this shape is directly related in numerous ways to the New World Order. It's no coincidence that these three islands are less than 50 kilometers away from Wilson's Promontory, which we have already established is directly related to Boorga and the secret nuclear facility near Lake Victoria. This secret facility, as we established earlier, was responsible for radiation testing on sheep, which were then dumped into Lake Victoria. These sheep were then flushed down the Murray River and ended up in the Coorong at the Martin Washpool Conservation Park, where fish became radioactive and swam back upstream, ending up in the Murrumbidgee River. Now we come back to Boorga. Close to Boorga is the Grong Fishing Club, which is located in the Murrumbidgee River. We have compelling evidence from an anonymous caller in the area that the club is actually a front for ASIO to make sure that the fish are never discovered. The Grong Fishing Club, the front for ASIO, collects the radioactive fish for disposal to cover up the existence of a secret underground nuclear facility at Ned's Corner, near Lake Victoria in the southwest corner of New South Wales. This facility is used to create nuclear warheads for secret use by the Australian Defence Force. These suspicious markings on the ground at Ned's Corner prove the existence of this secret nuclear facility. These circular tracks and markings are typical of secret underground nuclear facilities. Also, if we connect these together, they make another triangle, part of the symbol of the Freemasons. And finally, if we turn the picture 45 degrees on its side, we find what many of us were thinking, a shocked face. We asked Professor Citizen what he thought.
This conspiracy theory is a very interesting theory. I believe everything aforementioned is true. The secret nuclear facilities have proven to be of significance.
And now we find the most compelling evidence of all. The distance between Ned's Corner and Lake Victoria is 26.33 kilometres. 26.33 just happens to be the number for a piece of legislation from the Washington State Legislature. We found a secret message embedded in this document. The children should be handled efficiently, but the guiding principle must be determining what is in the best interest of the legislature, that this chapter be used only as a means for placing children in an agency. What this means is that they are part of the New World Order and wish to kill off billions of people to reach the optimum population for the world. This is shown here by the government wanting to put children into an agency where they would be exterminated at places like Denver International Airport. It may be easy to dismiss, but all the evidence is right in front of you. Boorga is the center of this massive international conspiracy, with many facets and aspects. We leave you to decide for yourself.